Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now, it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
OnSideRadio.com knows gamers need a home.
Can you dig it?
That's why for the next 60 seconds,
Can you count, suckers?
here's your Onside Radio E-Report with Toast.
A couple of esports companies made some noise on Wall Street yesterday. Esports Entertainment Group announced a new cryptocurrency-related platform, and a custom-built crypto mining application will be the first app launched. The platform will allow owners to utilize idle computer power to passively mine for Ethereum with the click of a button. The company's software algorithm will automatically evaluate the hardware of the gaming PC and mine when it's not in use for gaming. Stock symbol for them, GMBL. And congrats to Esports Technologies, Inc., as their shares blasted out of the gate yesterday and kept rising in volatile trading, as the Las Vegas-based online gambling company's stock opened at more than triple the initial public offering price. Stock symbol for them, EBET. Happy gaming.
Stay in touch in the world of gaming with the Onside Radio E-Report. Wake up and good morning. 4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh.
It's Friday.
F-I-D-A-Y. You had all week to talk about work. Now it's the weekend, and that means it's
Party time!
The party is just getting started.
Launch control, this is Houston. We are go for launch.
Roger that.
Okay, let's move out. Come on, let's go.
It's showtime.
Here's Toast and Marsh.
Friday morning, 4th and 20, OnSideRadio.com. Good morning, people. It is your boy Toast. Got my man Sean Stanley sitting shotgun as always.
Good to have you back, sir.
There you go. Good to be back. Final installment of the 4th and 20. This whole show will be rebranded as of Monday.
Big
Don't
launch
worry,
Monday.
you don't have to resubscribe to everything. We're just changing the name of it all. So you're already subscribed to the pod. You're good. Don't worry about it. Tito's in charge of everything, so nothing can possibly go wrong.
Oh, boy.
If it ain't working on Monday,
probably a lot less than if I was in charge.
If it's not working on Monday, we know exactly who we're going to be calling. Oh, man, Sean, so how'd you guys do yesterday, you and Tito filling in?
Tito did a great job.
Nice.
Tito did a great job. I did my normal.
Okay.
I do like I do with you. I answer
All right.
every once in a while.
Oh, okay.
Fill in the blanks, when you
Okay.
creatively make. Yeah.
Oh, so Tito sat where I sat?
Yes, Tito drove the show.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was
Tito-
wondering how
Tito
that was
drove the
going to work.
show.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. All right, so yesterday, got my second shot of the Pfizer vaccine, myself and the wife.
At Markham Park.
At Markham Park, yes, Markham Park. They gave us a call, and they scheduled our visit, so we got off the air here on Wednesday, went home, picked up the wife, drove over to Markham Park, and once again, just incredibly efficient situation. You drive in, you show your paperwork, you never get out of the car, it's easy peasy. Go ahead. We each get our second shot. We wait the 15 minutes in the car to make sure no one seizes up or has anaphylactic shock. And just so you know, I asked the nurse that gave me, or the doctor, whatever she was, the healthcare professional, that gave me the shot, Sean, and I said, so what exactly, what am I good for now? Like what is this protecting me from? Can I get it? And so what she told me was, this does not prevent you from getting COVID. This does not prevent you from being asymptomatic and carrying COVID and passing it along to somebody else. What this vaccine will do is prevent you from getting crazy-ass sick and going to the hospital and dying. So it does not prevent you from getting it. It does not prevent you from spreading it. So that's why after you get the vaccine, they're still saying, per CDC, you should be wearing your mask out there because you care about other people, not just yourself.
You're not bulletproof still.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. So I'm not sure.
You're bulletproof from going to hospital, I guess. The big
basically.
sicknesses.
Well, that's it. You're bulletproof, they say, or 95% bulletproof from getting a tube shoved down your mouth and being put on a ventilator, and, God only knows whether or not you come back from that or not.
Which makes you feel safer.
Right. Now, here's my question, and I'm not a medical professional in any way, so I don't know if this is the flu vaccine. Does the flu vaccine prevent you from getting it? Or is the flu vaccine the same thing where you can still get the flu, but since you have the shot, you don't even realize you have it because you don't really get sick? I'm not sure what the difference is.
Yeah,
maybe,
what? I'm wondering if that's the thing, because I know most people, when they get the flu shot, usually get sick a couple days after.
Right, but I was under the impression that the flu shot prevents you from getting the flu. The COVID shot does not prevent you from getting COVID. It prevents you from dying of COVID for the most part, which is I'm in for that. I'm in for that. So, anyways, we got our shots. Now, after we got the first shot, Sean, we decided to go immediately to the whole enchilada around the corner from our house, a fine little Mexican cantina, and get some margaritas and some tacos. So we get the second shot. We figure it's a tradition now. So we head on over. And it's like 12 o'clock. Get a couple margaritas. I'm feeling a little happy. I got a little buzz that starts to peak up. So the wife drives us on home. Everything is fine. Approximately 12 hours, so 11 o'clock at night, 12 hours almost to the minute that we get that shot, my wife, I am in my office. I am playing Call of Duty.
Oh, of course you are. Of course you are.
My wife, and listen, I always turn the AC. In our house at night is at 70 degrees.
That's right. I forgot you knew you were going to be off the next day. That's why you're up 11 o'clock Call of Duty. That's right. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Please, brother. Please. I knew I was going to be able to sleep in and had no show prep to do. So, yeah.
I just remember the text and the answer I got back when I was like, how you feeling? I remember the answer you sent back.
Yes, the answer was, feel like I'm not coming into work tomorrow. And listen, I knew that you and Tito were all looking forward to it, and I didn't want to take that from you.
I appreciate you giving us
I didn't want to take that from you.
That chance to shine. I thank you.
Yeah, I didn't want to pull that rug out from underneath you. I understand that.
You always said you're the team man, and now you're showing it.
Exactly. I'm all for you guys getting your shot. So, I'm playing Call of Duty, and all of a sudden I notice that the wife has gotten out of bed, and she has gone to the thermostat, and she has shut off the AC. Now, this hasn't happened before. She's never woken up, and now she said it's too cold. Like, sometimes I'll sneak it and get it down to 69, 68. But, dude, at 70, hell no. So I noticed that she's done that, but I'm in the middle of a game, so I can't stop playing.
Yeah, priorities.
Yeah. So about 10 minutes later, after I die, as the game's reloading to jump back in, I walk over into the bedroom, and I'm like, hey, what's up? She's like, I can't get warm. I got the chills. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we go. Got the chills. Bro, for the next 16 to 18 hours, the second shot of the Pfizer beat the living crap out of my wife.
Man.
I mean, bro, she went through the whole range. She had a fever. Her entire body. She said it felt like every single nerve ending was being stabbed with a knife in her body. Like, dude, she's like, it was pain like I've never experienced full body pain like that before. Wow. I personally have never seen her this messed up, and she does not get sick very often, if ever. We had a medical issue with her about 10, 15 years ago where she had to get surgery. That's the last time I remember her being like this, where she couldn't move and get out of bed. Bro, so I'm just like, listen, for me, nothing, bro. Not a thing, Sean. My arm was a little bit sore for about 10 hours, and that's it. I had nothing. We had the exact same shot. I had nothing. She had all of it.
Let me ask you something. Was she ever, like, possibly sick before this? Like since the pandemic started. I mean,
no,
did you ever feel ran down or anything? Possibly like asymptomatic?
No, not that we're aware of. Now, granted, of the two of us, she certainly had the better opportunity. She was exposed to it certainly more because she works in a hair salon. She's been working with the public this entire time. And obviously she's been super careful, wearing masks and all that stuff. But if anybody in our household was going to bring the Rona in, it was going to be her. Yeah. I mean, I have successfully ensconced myself inside our townhouse. I don't leave.
You
for
said
anything.
This has been the greatest time of your life.
Yes, this has been my World Series, bro. I have never had a year where I have been just happier than this one because just not having to see people, having a built-in excuse why I don't have to go out to dinner with a couple or go anywhere or leave the house. Like, because I don't want to die. So and you can't make me now because I don't want to die.
12 hours of Call of Duty whenever you want, right at your fingertips.
Now I've been vaccinated, and now that excuse does not hold water anymore because now
you do have the back end of it though, where you can be like, look, we can still catch it.
Well, but we're not going to die, and here's the deal: my wife wants to leave the house.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
She's been a good sport with her husband for basically about 14 months. Bitch wants to leave the house right now, and she's leaving the house. She's getting out of here this weekend. She is going with a girlfriend up to St. Augustine, and she will be gone for the better part of like 5 days.
So I'm guessing she's better now than after that 18
she
hours.
feels, no, listen, as quickly as the symptoms came on, they disappeared.
Yeah.
And they told us, they said, listen, you're probably you might feel like crap for a better part of 24, 36 hours. Mm-hmm. And, I felt nothing but damn, dude.
Well, they said, the reason I asked is because they said somebody who was asymptomatic may get some of the symptoms back. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's flushing it out of your system or what it's doing, but it seems like anybody that was possibly asymptomatic or might have thought they had it, once you get that second shot, they're the ones that are feeling, I guess, the sickness, the chills, the fevers.
It's the second shot that seems to be the one that messes some people up. So, but listen, I'm good. According to the Pfizer guy, I might need a booster shot in about 12 months, whatever. That's cool.
They said 6 to 12, right?
Yeah, no, I think they said 12.
Is it 12?
Yeah,
Okay.
So, so I'm good. I'm good. I encourage everybody out there to go ahead and take care of yourself. Listen, I know that our dear governor has said that no, there's going to be no vaccine passports, but NFL's already like, you think so? Buffalo Bills, if you want to go to Buffalo Bill game this year, they've already come out and said it. You will need proof of a vaccine. You will need, the governor can say anything he wants. He can do an executive order for this, but private companies in this country can set their damn rules.
Yep.
And this is about health and safety. This isn't about discrimination. Health and safety.
The Lakers last night had you had to show up either with a full vaccination or a negative in the last day or so, like that day. Basically.
Okay. And listen, if you don't want to get vaccinated, fine. Then just watch the games at home on your TV. That's what you'll do. That's all good. That's all good. But don't bitch that you can't go to a stadium. I'm just telling you now. So if you want to see sports this year, or if you're going to want to go to a concert, and you're all like, well, I'm not going to get it. Just telling you, man, you might want to go ahead and make an appointment. Because if you want to do those things, you're going to need to have a vaccine.
And may I say, rightfully so by those venues or wherever it is, too. Because you're taking a big risk if you're just letting everybody do whatever they want to do.
I understand the whole liberty thing and this and that, but this is, bro, this is...
Oh, that was brought out yesterday. I don't know, did you see that?
Oh, my God. Dude.
I know we don't...
Fauci, oh, my God. Fauci finally had it. He had finally hit his limit of people just questioning and going with this. Jim Jordan got his ass handed to him. Man, I thought I've never seen that guy. He almost was pissed. He's always been like the nice grandfather. Like, he's always got a smile. He's always calm and everything.
I didn't think he could get mad.
Dude, neither did I. He was ready to throw hands yesterday. He was ready to get up, go over there, and just beat that dude. Oh, that was something. That was something, all right. All right, man, we got plenty of stuff to talk about today. Marlins, Panthers. Oh, freaking Panthers.
God, it's always one mistake that costs them. One mistake.
At least we got a point out of it.
They're also playing good teams, too.
At least we got a point out of it. So that's, listen, say that I said I wanted to split out of this. All right, so we got a point out of the first one. It was a loss in overtime. Get me a win, second game, and I'll be very, very happy. spring game. Going to be going down tomorrow, 11 a.m. You can watch it on the ACC Network. We'll be talking about that. Plenty of stuff. new transfer rule going on. Also wanted to get into we lost a celebrity couple yesterday, Sean. A-Rod and J-Lo. They are no more. They are no more.
Is this for real this time?
This is for real. No, they are officially broken up. The engagement is off. I believe it is Instagram official. And
it's on Instagram. It's real.
It's absolutely. And a whole bunch of other stuff going on. So we will take a quick break. Neri Signs coming up at 8:40. We'll do news at 8:50. And then I believe we got Lucky Louie at 9 o'clock. If you heard the esports report, I mentioned a couple of stocks in that had big days yesterday. I asked Louie to get a little info on those, so he will have that for us at 9 o'clock. Maybe you want to buy into one of those. One of them just had an IPO over the last couple of days. So big Friday show as we get ready to get it done, baby. So and also there's a little thing happening here this weekend. Sunday, 3 o'clock, national television, Inter Miami. The broadcast trucks are already outside. It's so exciting. 2 giant ESPN trucks sitting outside. They are laying cables right down. They are getting cameras ready. Man, it is going to be spectacular. Oh, I cannot wait. This is 4th and 20, everybody. OnSideRadio.com.
You can reach out to Toast in Marsh by dialing 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623.
It's Toast. Smartest thing I did last year? Called B&T Windows and Doors and had PGT custom windows and doors installed in my house. Listen, it's spring. That means before you know it, we'll be hearing about the tropics churning. That means you need to get your home and family protected today. Call B&T right now, and they'll get you installed ASAP with the best in the business, PGT Custom Windows and Doors. 954-233-0126 or bntwindowsanddoors.com. And P.S. Tell them you heard about them on Onside Radio.
He has an overbite that makes him look like a cartoon character, a slightly crooked eye, and an uncommonly wrinkly neck. In the right light, he can look a little like a garden gnome, and he'll wear a bow tie just because. Sure, you might call him a little quirky, but that's exactly what makes him so perfect. Tuna is a 3-year-old Chihuahua Dachshund mix with more than 700,000 followers on Instagram, and it all started because he was adopted. You can't buy a best friend like Tuna, but you can adopt one. Help us save them all at bestfriends.org.
Inter Miami CF fans, the 2021 season has arrived.
He got into Morgan, now beats out of the heart of the penalty area, picks out the bottom right-hand corner, and Inter Miami have a 2-goal lead. Pizarro second for the club.
This Sunday, Barrosa Negra hosts the LA Galaxy at Drive Pink Stadium. Our pregame coverage starts at 2 p.m. Don't miss any of the action all season long. Download any of the apps at our website at OnSideRadio.com. This Sunday, tune in to OnSideRadio.com at 2 p.m. Game time is at 3 with the voices of Inter Miami CF football, Chris Whittingham and Thomas Rongen. Your football is live, exclusively at OnSideRadio.com.
Big news, Miami fans! Body Armor is proud to be the new official sports drink of Major League Soccer and Inter Miami CF. It doesn't matter if you're a player or a fan, Body Armor sports drink will hydrate you with potassium-packed electrolytes, antioxidants, and no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes. Whether you're at home or in the starting lineup, Body Armor sports drink will hydrate you from kickoff to the final whistle. Body Armor, now the official sports drink of Inter Miami CF, available at your local Publix.
Inter Miami CF, your official furniture and mattress store, is here. City Furniture is your #1 home source for the trends you want at the prices you'll love, including exclusive City Furniture collections, the widest selection of styles, affordable home accents, mattresses starting at just $99 and more. Create the home of your dreams fast with next-day delivery, plus get 60 months special financing with no down payment. Because City Furniture is here to make it easy so everyone can live life like this, visit cityfurniture.com.
Inter Miami fans, time to find out more about your favorite soccer team with OnSideRadio.com's IMCF Football Focus. Here's Austin Robillard.
We are just 2 days away from Inter Miami's 2021 home opener, first game of the 2021 MLS season against LA Galaxy at Drive Pink Stadium. Inter Miami just loaned out Patrick Seagrass to USL Championship side Indy 11 on a season-long loan in which Inter Miami retained the right to recall him at any time. It seems like the left back position will be locked down by Jovan Jones and Kieran Gibbs, so Patrick Seagrass getting this time out in USL Championship may be a good thing.
Keep up with the latest on La Rosa Negra by subscribing on most platforms. Search Onside Radio. Welcome back to 4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh. To reach out to the boys, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast and Marsh.
Second segment, Friday morning, 4th and 20. Final day of the 4th and 20. Rebranding this bad boy, Toast of Sports, beginning on Monday. I am Toast. Sean Stanley sitting shotgun as always. A historical weekend here, Sean. Check this out. This will blow you away. This weekend, 30 years ago, in a tiny Seattle club, a band called Nirvana will play Smells Like Teen Spirit for the first time ever live. 30 years ago this weekend.
Wow.
In a little hole-in-the-wall club that long. They went ahead and they played that song in public for the first ever time. Oh. There's actually a really cool article in Rolling Stone because there's someone that was there that night. Nabil Ayers has gone ahead and wrote an article about reliving that evening. Mm-hmm. I will send it out on my Twitter account at IBToast, and you can check that out. But yeah, dude, 30 years ago this weekend. Wow, people were in a club. People were in a club in Seattle and saw that song performed live for the first time, drinking like Natty Lights and wearing flannels. Freaking phenomenal.
The good old days.
Right, man? The good old days. The good old days. I think, he's been gone now for, like 27 years or something like that?
Wow.
Or no, I'm sorry. No, it was like 21. I thought there was just an anniversary.
It just doesn't seem like it's been that long. I know there was just an anniversary of it.
I remember where I was, man. I was driving my my Subaru my 84 Subaru GL, piece of crap car, down Farmington Avenue, and I was listening to a WCCC 105.9, and it was, Or no, I'm sorry, 106.9. My bad. That little mental Freudian slip.
Yeah, no.
And, the jock came on. John Osterland came on. I know, bro. Midday, and made the announcement that they had found Kurt's body in the backyard of his house from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And, man, my world stopped that day. Like,
a lot of people
damn,
did.
dude. Like, that was crazy. So, yep, there we go. All right, we got some stuff going on this weekend. We've got some football, baby. Oh, I'm excited. The UM Spring Game going to be getting underway at 11 a.m. tomorrow from Hard Rock Stadium. Unfortunately, not open to the public in any way, but thankfully, the ACC Network will be there, televising all the glory for all of us. So plenty of things that we're going to be looking at. First of all, there will be no tight ends on the field. We don't have any tight ends.
Oh, it's injuries,
all
right?
the tight ends are hurt right now.
I was thinking you're saying new offensive scheme or something.
Right,
what?
Yeah. Well, it'll be a new scheme for the spring game. It will be a tight endless offense. So, which is, listen, I'll tell you what. I have a positive spin on this. That means that when you throw out a 2 tight end set against Alabama game 1, Alabama will have not seen any tape on that until it shows up on the field game day.
There you go.
They won't be able to go to the spring game tape and say, hey, because you know that Alabama will be running tape on that broadcast, and they'll be dissecting what they see.
Does college work like high school where you have to give the other team, or do they have to get their own film?
I don't know how that works, but since it'll be broadcast on ACC Network, just hit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Just hit record. Just hit record, and Nick can
Saban's
watch
got it covered.
Nick can watch it as often as he wants to. Listen, for me, I'm most excited about the quarterback and the wide receivers. That's why I don't mind. Listen, I'd love to see the tight ends out there. I'd love to see Mallory and all them out there. But I know that we're good at tight end. So as long as those guys are good for the start of the season, I'm fine. As long as they're able to participate in actual camp in August, I'm fine. I'm not worried about whether or not we have them for the spring game. And also, it'll give more opportunity for the quarterbacks and the wide receivers and the offensive line. So we know that D'Eriq King is going to be the starter, and he will be fine. According to all reports, he has surpassed every benchmark ahead of schedule in his rehab on his knee. So unless there is a curveball is thrown at us with some sort of a setback, he's going to be ready to go against Alabama. So the fun thing about this is that we're looking at the future. Is it going to be Jake Garcia? Is it going to be Tyler Van Dyke? One of those two guys has to go ahead and replace D'Eriq King after next year.
And everything leading up to this game is excitement, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Listen, and we know that we have a wide receiver issue here, and that is that we brought Rambo in. We've got Harley, who had one hell of a second half of the season. But we got a wide receiver issue where we got some guys who have not been performing, who have been dropping balls, and that needs to correct itself this year. By all accounts, Charleston Rambo has been just lighting it up. Xavier Restrepo has been lighting it up. But again, I'm going to caution everybody, because we've heard it before, that someone does really, really well in the spring game, and then fall comes around and fall camp, and they kind of disappear. So just because they look great tomorrow does not mean this is how everything's going to look when we roll out against Alabama. So I'm super excited about the quarterbacks, super excited to see how these wide receivers do, and thus I'm also excited to see how this offensive line does against the defensive line and how much time these quarterbacks have to make these passes. Because I want to see some deep balls thrown, which means they're going to need time. They're going to need some protection. 4 or 5 seconds in the pocket. They're going to need to have protection. You're going to have to stop Jafari Harvey and those defensive linemen. So I'm excited to see that. I want to see the offensive line step up, provide the protection necessary so TVD and Jake Garcia can just drop dimes and throw laser darts all over the friggin' field.
So is most of your viewing going to be on how the offense plays?
Well, certainly those are going to be the two spots. I'm not worried about running back. I mean, we've learned that Don Chaney is, man, this sucks, because now, I don't want to say it, but now you're beginning to get an injuries, prone situation going with Don Chaney. He wasn't healthy all off season last year, and once again now this year, he may or may not be ready for Alabama week 1. And so that's a bit concerning. But for me, yeah, so I am offensively, I'm all about the quarterbacks and the wide receivers this year. And then by extension, the offensive line, how they perform will help determine how well the quarterback and wide receivers play. Defensively, bro, I'll be looking at the linebackers nonstop, because that is, for me, I am most terrified of all the position groups. Offense, defense on this entire team is the linebackers that has me going to the cabinet and grabbing a handful of Tums. Swear to God. Because I don't know. I have no idea. And none of you have any idea. We have no idea what we're going to get out of the linebacker group this year. We have no idea. None. We know we're good at striker, but we have no idea. I mean, is it going to be Flag? Is it going to be Huff? I mean, how's Sam Brooks going to work into this? What's up with the toe? I mean, we need speed. We need impact guys in that linebacker position, and we don't know what we have right now. We know that safety is crazy strong. We know that we upgraded at cornerback, bringing in Tyreek. Obviously, we've lost a ton of talent from the defensive line with the 3 defensive ends going pro. However, I think, at least for the fans that I have spoken to, we're all more confident, and me as well, about the talent we have to step into the defensive line. I don't have that same confidence at linebacker. And that's, like, I'm confident that Jafari Harvey is going to be a freak. Right? I don't know. I don't know what the linebacker, like, I have no expectations there, because I honestly have no idea what we got. We don't know.
But they weren't that good this year.
No,
either,
exactly.
Right?
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. They haven't been good now for a few years. We've had upperclassmen, we've had underclassmen. I mean, doesn't make a difference. The linebacking has been piss poor on this team for pretty much Manny's entire tenure.
That's coaching, right?
Well, no. Well, it's coaching, but it's also talented. We're doing a bad job recruiting linebackers.
Oh, our linebackers are not 4s and 5s?
No, they're not. I mean, a couple of them have been, but for the most part, we're not bringing in the Dan Morgans and the Michael Barrows anymore. Those we're just not. So that is my defensive glaring worry spot. If I'm worried about anything defensively, it is that. If I'm worried about anything offensively, it's the wide receivers, man. They got to catch the ball. We can't be leading the country in drops. They've got to catch. They got to go up and make plays. I want to see TVD or Jake Garcia throw a ball, and one of these guys has to go up against Tyreek Stevenson and make a play at the highest point of getting that ball. I want to see someone have to jump up and make a play and come down with the ball. I need an alpha wide receiver, man.
You need a playmaker out there.
I need my Michael Irvin. I need my 88. I need that guy. We haven't had that guy since what, Andre Johnson?
Yeah,
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
We haven't had that guy. I mean,
I think you've tried to put
we've
somebody
tried.
in that spot.
Oh,
but
no. Every year we try to put somebody in that spot. Every year is an utter failure. And listen, I was getting into I got into it with one guy on Twitter yesterday because I was feeling fine, unlike the wife.
Feeling froggy there.
But you know, because someone asked the question, which team had a better shot of making, which outside team had a better shot of making the CFP, Miami, Iowa State, or I think it was UNC. And one of the guys was like, well, you know, Miami's just lost too much. They've lost too much. And I was like, actually, they haven't. Miami, yes, they got destroyed on the defensive end, losing 3 guys to the NFL draft. But outside of that, you look at this entire team, this is Miami's deepest, most talented team in 10 years. We haven't had depth like this in a long-ass time, man. We have not had depth like this since before the 2010s.
And that's what Manny was saying, too. He needed the depth.
Saying.
We needed to build
so,
in.
I understand the defensive end. Yeah, we got hit hard with 3 really good players leaving at the same time. But I believe in the depth behind them. And everywhere else on this field, we have more talent than we have had since the glory days of the late 2000s, in the mid-2000s. You know, the last final years of Larry and stuff. So, you know, I'm excited.
Do you think how many Canes fans do you think will get a false sense from watching their game, the spring game?
The majority. Oh no, the majority.
They're going to watch it. It's going to be like, oh,
well, listen,
championship.
Man, it's fanboy, and I'm guilty of it too. Look, I will be like,
everybody is.
I have been a miserable F about this program for the last few months.
Yeah,
I have. And I was last offseason, too, because when you end seasons the way we end seasons, yeah, I'm going to be upset, and I'm going to be the sky is falling, and I'm over it, I'm done, fire Manny, this and that, yada, 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 he's the wrong guy, and I still am not sure if he's the right guy. But after a few months, and the spring game comes around, optimism, bro. I'm a fan. I'm a fanboy of the Canes. Yeah. So, yeah, now I'm all like, oh, look at the potential. Look at the potential. Oh, Alabama has no idea what they're going to be getting. Oh, my God. Oh, yes. And then we'll go out, we'll roll it out for Alabama. We'll be down by 20 in the first quarter. And there you go. We'll go back to, you know.
I think that first quarter is going to be a tall sign. Sorry.
Huge. That first quarter could legitimately dictate the rest of the season. Ah, Toast, that's ridiculous. That's hyperbole. Really? All right. I'm just saying, man, if this team can leave that Alabama game with confidence, watch the F out. I'm not saying they got to win, but if they can leave that game with confidence, knowing that they went toe-to-toe with the best for like 57, 58 minutes until whatever happened and Alabama got that last score, then, bro, watch the F out. Just seriously, watch the F out. All right, we got to take a break. Neri Science coming up next, talk some entertainment, and I believe Sean has an update. This is OnSideRadio.com.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. they still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Miami Dolphins fans, join us for OnsideRadio.com's NFL Draft Party at Sports Grill in Miami, 11481 Southwest 40th Street, Bird Road. Join Big O and Alex Dono for this two-night event starting on Thursday, April 29th at 7:30 p.m. and Friday, day 2 at 6:30. Drink and food specials, giveaways, and the best damn draft party in South Florida. Join us for a two-night event as OnsideRadio.com and Sports Grill on Bird Road bring you the best NFL draft party on the planet.
Why was the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling on it.
The dad joke. Corny, groan-worthy, but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
What did the buffalo say when he dropped his son off for school? Bye, son.
So take a moment to make your kid laugh, because dad jokes rule. Make your kid laugh today. Go to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Riddle me this. With all this sizzling meat and crunchy veggies nestled between toasty flatbread, who should get credit for Papa John's new Papadia? The person who invented pizza or the person who invented folding? Well, whoever it is, a tip of the tongue hat to you, sir or madam. Get a new Papadia, 4 flavors, just $6 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Inter Miami CF, your official furniture and mattress store, is here. City Furniture is your #1 home source for the trends you want at the prices you'll love, including exclusive City Furniture collections, the widest selection of styles, affordable home accents, mattresses starting at just $99 and more. Create the home of your dreams fast with next-day delivery, plus get 60 months special financing with no down payment. Because City Furniture is here to make it easy so everyone can live life like this, visit cityfurniture.com.
Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnsideRadio.com sports update.
All right, I think a sound check is going on here at Drive Pink Stadium. The Miami Marlins, they take 3 out of 4 from the Braves after a 7-6 loss yesterday. The revamped bullpen needs revamping. The Fish welcome the San Francisco Giants to Lone Depot Park for a weekend series. Daniel Castano is on the mound, making his first start of the season. The Florida Panthers, they lose in overtime 3-2 to the Lightning. They remain in Tampa for a game Saturday. Puck drops at 7. The Miami Heat, they look to get back on the winning track tonight in Minnesota, taking on the Timberwolves. Tip-off is 8 p.m. And, of course, saving the best for last, Inter Miami CF. They get their season underway this Sunday as they host the LA Galaxy at Drive Pink Stadium. Chris Whittingham and Thomas Rongen have the call starting at 3 p.m., which means Big O and Alex Dono, they'll get you started at 2 with the Onside Radio pregame show. This is South Florida's home for local sports talk. This is OnsideRadio.com.
Welcome back to 4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh. To reach out to the boys, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast and Marsh.
Friday morning, third segment of the show. I just had a moment. So we are at our studio is in a converted suite, the top of Inter Miami CF Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, bro. So they have decided that they are running a sound check right now on the stadium sound system, playing music. But here's the best part. There's a crew of people down at midfield, and they're doing thumbs up, like turn it up louder. One of them is David Beckham. I have just had my first David Beckham sighting. I took a picture. He's the third one in from the left. Abso-friggin-lutely.
You had a better run-in than I did with him.
Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, my God, dude, I just saw David Beckham. Yeah. He's in the house.
I walk in what was it, Wednesday afternoon, I walk in and I'm carrying McDonald's, a bag, 2 sodas, and who do I run into out the door?
David Beckham?
Face to face with Mr. Beckham.
I'm sure he loved you with the McDonald's.
He's like, howdy, mate. I was like, good afternoon, sir.
Good stuff, man. Oh, very exciting. Going to go out to the phones every Friday. Talk to one of my buddies, a comedian, South Florida legend, Neri Signs. Good morning, bro. How are we?
Morning, brothers. How you guys doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. It's a Friday. I got my second dose.
Well, you got your second dose, and you got to see David Beckham.
I know. Like, hello.
You're living it.
It's damn
You're
good.
living it.
Life is true.
It is good, yeah. So, all right. So, Neri, we got it before we get into binging and stuff like this. So, last Friday when you were on, did you see the most recent episode of Falcon Winter Soldier before you came on with me last week?
No.
Okay.
No.
So, because you made the comment about, isn't it fun how they just, they're just killing people in Marvel shows. They're just killing people. And then we watched that episode. Bro.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
See, like, but here's the thing. It's like, when I talked about it last week, like, oh, we got superheroes just killing people. This dude is not a superhero. Like, he's not meant to. Remember, I talked about this last week. We're not meant to like him. He's going to turn into the villain. Like, we all know this because I'm an idiot and I've been a geek my entire life and I've read comic books my entire life. But we're not supposed to like this guy, right? We know he's going to turn into a U.S. agent. My whole point is, it's fine when the villain kills people because that's what villains are supposed to do. It's not like,
right?
You know what I mean? Like it's a superhero. Super villains are not supposed to be crypto thieves and like, I stole 10 billion cryptocurrencies. Like, all right, I don't care about that. But that ending last week was bonkers.
Just insane. I cannot wait to get home today and watch the next episode to see how that all continues. Also, before we leave the Marvel thing, I saw a funny story yesterday. So we know now that we're going to have a marriage between X-Men as they get into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And there is an interesting roadblock there because you have an ex-husband and an ex-wife that do not want to work together. And that would be Scarlett Johansson and Ryan Reynolds. And so
they don't want to work together?
Apparently to the point that this is being put into contracts. And that Marvel has assured both of them that they will never see each other on set or ever have a scene together. And here's my question for you. She's dead. She's one of three. So, like, I know we're doing her own one-off show, and she's getting her own movie. But how is this like? So we know Vision's dead, Tony Stark is dead, and she's dead. Those are the 3 people that died and then that didn't come back, right? For the most part.
Vision came back in a different form.
Well, he came back. Well, he came baak in Scarlet because his wife is a freak.
No, right. No, but he came back, the white version, the military version.
Oh, yes,
version.
Right, yes. So that's still out
there. That's still going
there.
to be the same actor. He's still out there. It's still going to be the same actor playing him. So a form of Vision is alive. But, yeah, she's dead, so...
How are they going to bring her back? Like, how is that all going to happen?
I hope they don't. Not because I don't like Scarlett Johansson. She's I like her in the movies. But then it'll just take away from the severity of Endgame.
Right, exactly.
That was supposed to be a big deal. It's a big plot point to say it was her death meant something because it was very important that she died because she had to, because that's how they ended up getting the stones and blah blah blah.
Yep.
So if they bring her back, it'll just cheapen it, in my opinion.
All right.
So that and the fact that I like Ryan Reynolds better.
Yeah, exactly. So do I. Absolutely, you can say it. It's okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I was asking you what you wanted to talk about today, and you apparently went on a binge marathon, just old TV shows over the last couple weeks.
Well, it's because I've been in quarantine. I had the COVID.
Right. That's right.
So I've been in quarantine. So all I've been doing is watching TV. I'm not even playing video games because, like I said last week, my PlayStation is not in this room.
Right,
so I'm like, I don't have a TV in here. So it's everything is streaming digitally. But yeah, I've been binging hardcore.
What has been your favorite look back show?
Well, I just got into Superstore, and this is for Marsh. Marsh, remember we talked about, you had asked me a couple of weeks ago, like what show you should get into. Mm-hmm. I had watched a couple episodes of Superstore when it first came out, and I was like, it's fine, whatever. Like, but I never paid attention to it. and I went back and watched all 6 seasons, and it just ended. It just got canceled like a month ago.
Right.
Like the last episode just aired a month ago, which is the perfect time, I thought. So I started watching it. All 6 seasons, fantastic show.
Really?
Really funny. Really, it hits all the marks. So
and that's America Ferrera, right?
Yes, that is correct.
There you go.
It was so good, I started wanting to watch Ugly Betty.
Oh,
no.
No. Come on, quarantine's got to be over soon for you. Don't.
I'm not saying I did start. I'm not saying I did. I'm going to watch it. I'm saying it was so good. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll watch Ugly Betty.
The fact that the thought even went through your head is slightly disturbing.
Yeah. I didn't know Ugly Betty was a soap opera. I thought it was a sitcom. So I watched the first episode. After watching Superstore, I watched the first episode, and I was like, how long is this episode? And it's an hour long. I'm like, no. This is not what I'm not signing up for this. I'm not signing
No
up.
No way.
Yeah.
All right, so you had mentioned one thing in our little chat, that you and I have one thing in common. We've never seen Breaking Bad.
No. I've seen Breaking Bad.
Oh, you have?
I have seen Breaking Bad. I said I'm gonna rewatch Breaking Bad after I get through The Sopranos, because I haven't. My wife and I are watching The Sopranos for the first time, and we're like on season 4 or 5.
Oh, that's
like
it. Okay, all right.
And then you go ahead and proceed to send me a meme with a massive spoiler, and I'm like, I said no, spoiler alert, and you had the gall to be like, well, come on, 2006, come on.
Listen, dude, we were chatting, and all of a sudden there's a Twitter account called Sopranos Galaxy, and they just threw out a thing like, hey, this is an anniversary. This is the day that so-and-so would have gotten out of jail. And so, so I just sent it to you, and you're like, spoiler, he's not even he's not even one of the main characters.
But the whole point is, I just finished telling you that I'm watching it, that I haven't finished watching it. That once I finish watching that, I'll watch Breaking Bad, which, by the way, did you notice I didn't even judge you? I didn't even be like, how can you have never seen Breaking Bad? Because I don't get afforded that kind of respect when I tell people I haven't watched Sopranos. You haven't watched Sopranos? What kind of a non-man are you? I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, first of all, I'm pretty sure Sopranos was bigger than Breaking Bad.
No.
You don't think so? Really? You don't think so?
I think it's no. I think those two get brought up in conversation all the time alongside each other. But I will say that HBO was an established show. It was an established network before Sopranos.
That is true.
Before Breaking Bad, AMC was like, watching old classic movies.
Black and white movies.
That
point.
put AMC in the map.
It's a good point. Yeah, I've never watched an episode of that. Never watched an episode. Everyone tells me it's amazing. But now it's like, if I say I want to, then it's like 7-8 seasons long. Like that's like a month worth of watching.
It's definitely a commitment, but I would say just like Sopranos. Sopranos is what, 6 seasons? I mean, Sopranos is no.
Bro, that's gonna come out of Call of Duty time.
Yeah.
Like seriously, that's. Yeah,
I want to have your life, Toast. I want to have I want to have your life when that's the big like. Oh no, it's gonna take away from Call of Duty.
It's gonna take away from Call of Duty time. Listen, man, I'm trying to build up my stream, bro. You know what I'm saying? Trying to build up my stream.
Oh, God bless you. God bless. I try to watch you. I try to watch you play, and I'm like. I don't know what happened. Like, did you see that? Did you see that? I'm like, I don't know what I don't know what happened. I feel like I'm the stereotypical girl in a sitcom. But I'm like, I don't know what happened. Did somebody die? What happened?
There you go.
I have no clue.
So you got anything going on this weekend? Anything going on at the clubs?
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the club and get tested for COVID and see if I come back negative, so I can come out.
There you go. Yeah, because you almost got to be done with your quarantine, right?
I'm supposed to be done today, but I have a newborn baby in the house, so I'm just trying to get the negative test results before I even touch her.
Okay, very good, bro. Thank you as always. Have an awesome weekend. Give my best to the family, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Love you guys.
He is Neri Signs, everybody. Definitely check out online. Whatwashisname.com. He is a very, very funny comedian, and once he clears quarantine protocols, he'll be back in the South Florida clubs making everybody laugh. We got 4th and 20 news coming up next.
You can send them a text at 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123.
It's toast. When South Floridians need hurricane windows, there's only one crew to call, Brett and Tom at B&T Windows and Doors. They came to the crib last year, installed PGT windows and doors, and now I'm set. No more plywood, no more knuckle-busting wing nuts. PGT windows and doors will keep me and my family safe the next time a named storm comes rolling on through. Call B&T today, 954-233-0126, or bntwindowsanddoors.com. And P.S., do me a favor, tell them you heard about them on OnSideRadio.com.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDConstruction.com.
Howdy, stranger.
Didn't this used to be Radio Town?
Yes, sir. It was Miami Sports Radio Town one time.
Who in the hell are these cowboys I never saw?
We don't know who these people are, riding in from other towns. There used to be a host in every one of these saloons, trying to talk about local matters, sports.
That ain't good, stranger. Could you tell me how this happened?
Well, it started when one corporation bought another, and they got rid of the good management and brought in a bunch of bumbling idiots and started firing all the local ranchers and replacing them one by one with these strangers from out of town.
I've heard that story before. Static and tumbleweeds, I'm moving on.
South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
All right, class. Let's hear what everyone did this weekend. Jill?
Well, I raised my older sister to a big oak tree. It was at least 100 years old. My mom said I must have set a record or something. And then we went down by a stream and perched up on this huge rock and saw all these little minnows swimming around way below us. And then I rescued my little brother from an evil slug king who was guarding him at the bush fortress. And my sister and I brought him back to our super twig fort for safety. And then we all laid out and told stories until it got dark. And the Big Dipper led us all the way home.
Awesome. Where were you, Jill?
Yeah. We went to the forest. It's not that far away. Anyone want to come this weekend?
Ask your parents to take you and your friends to the forest this week and find the fun, adventurous you. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Big O for M&S Air Conditioning. You know, air quality in your home and business is more important than ever. That's why you've got to call M&S Air Conditioning and let them install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit. Folks, it attracts, captures, and destroys biological contaminants to improve your air quality. With stellar customer service, answering your call from 7:30 a.m. till 9 o'clock p.m. For more info on high-efficiency air filters and their preventative maintenance plans, visit M&S Air Conditioning at ac-florida.com.
Let's get back to the 4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh. You can send them a text at 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast and Marsh. 4th and 20 news.
All right, Sean, check this out. Krakow, Poland. The Krakow Animal Welfare Society said in a Facebook post on Wednesday that the organization had received a desperate call from a resident in the southern Polish city about a creature lurking in a tree. It's been sitting in a tree across the house for 2 days. People aren't opening their windows because they're afraid it will go into their house, the caller was saying, adding that the mysterious beast was brown. While animal welfare workers suggested it could be a bird of prey, the caller said it looked more like an iguana, but she could not remember the lizard's name and initially called it a lagoon, potentially adding to the confusion. Inspectors visited the area, concerned that a reptile may not survive in the cool spring temperatures. They eventually spotted something in the lilac tree, noting that it had no legs or head. We already knew that we could not help this creature. The mysterious lagoon turned out to be a croissant. A baked good. Someone threw a giant baked good in a tree, and for 2 days, people were afraid
they wouldn't
there
come
was
out
an
of their
animal
houses.
that was going to attack them. Oh, my Lord, Poland.
Oh, God, that croissant must have been big.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Next up, we go to Maryville, Tennessee. 2 women sought to use a $1 million bill to purchase merchandise. Oh, baby, here we go. At a Dollar General store. Because I'm sure they get $1 million bills all the time.
Yeah, that's where you go to spend a $1 million
I mean,
bill.
good God. The duo appeared last Monday morning at the convenience store. Their attempt to use the counterfeit bill was thwarted.
No.
By a Dollar General employee who was actually very, very smart and on his game. He called the cops. Dude, like $1 million bill.
Yeah, is this more of that Usher money?
She told the cops she received the bill in the mail from a church. Okay, yeah, God gave it to you, sure. God gave you $1 million bill. Oh, just stop it. Oh, my God, you got to be kidding me.
Oh. And they go to Dollar General, I guess.
All right, check this out. A GPS snafu, this is Thailand, almost led a groom, Indonesia, to marry the wrong woman. All happened on April 4th. The groom, whose identity has not been disclosed, used Google Maps to get to his wedding venue in the city of Central Java. However, the engaged man wound up at the wrong address. Instead of the arriving at the venue where his wedding was supposed to take place, the groom and his entourage stopped at the house that was highlighted on the location map. Unbeknownst to the group, an engagement party was being hosted at the house for another couple, complete with loved ones and a photographer. Wow. The groom's entourage reportedly shook hands with the family, exchanged offerings, and took what they thought were their seats. It was not clear how the two groups, how the mishap occurred, since the groom's guests assumed the attendees who were already there were family members of the bride. Meanwhile, the woman's family assumed the new arrivals were family members of the fiancé. Oh, these are all the new people we've never met before. Yeah, okay. Because they have nothing to do with this ceremony.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness, that's just hilarious. Thankfully, everything was figured out before any of the couples said I do to the wrong people.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, there you go. There you go. GPS, baby. Almost led you to your wrong wife.
Yeah.
All right, we got Lucky Louie coming up next, right?
He is supposed to be next.
We're going to do a little stock talk. We will also get his thoughts on the UM spring game going down tomorrow at 11 a.m. This is OnsideRadio.com.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam! Ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Okay, men. This is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now. You're gonna go out there and be an all-star caregiver. It's up to you. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go grocery shopping, cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You gotta dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Don't you forget about the pharmacy. I know you won't, because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is your time to show the world, your family, and yourself that you're tougher than tough. Now go out there and be the best caregiver this world has ever seen.
Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
When you want local sports, 1260 WLESPN.
We're live and local.
Yes, what she said.
Well, it's what they wrote.
Look at it this way, honey.
Oh, no. Here we go.
At some point, this was all live, and wherever it came from, it was local there.
You get that look whenever you stretch the truth or when you need your laxative.
Ain't it awful? South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnsideRadio.com.
Okay, forest animals, today is a new day. Kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow.
Yes?
Have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
Catchy. I like it. Okay, River.
Dude.
How's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man. Perfect for a little riverside shoeless relaxation.
Ah, good. Owl, you here? Course. Who's asking? I am. Look, you know the drill. Sleep during the day, scare the kids at night. Perfect. I love my job. Oak Tree?
What's up?
Still in the same place I left you last year. That's what I like. Consistency.
Well, it's not like I'm going anywhere for the next couple hundred years.
I know. I love it. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. You'd think he would have learned by now to leave the night before our meetings. Okay. Squirrel. Has anybody seen Mr. Squirrel?
The forest has been preparing just for you. Visit a forest near you today. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hello, Inter Miami CF fans! Download the Drink AR app and play inside a first-of-its-kind virtual soccer stadium, hosted by Bodega Trevento and Inter Miami CF, and celebrate your passion for soccer from the comfort of your own home. Find the download links on our Instagram account at Treventus and get our wines delivered straight to your home with a discount for all Inter Miami CF fans. Discover Trevento, a shared passion.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Welcome back to 4th and 20.
Everyone gather round.
I should just start at the beginning.
What day of the week is it?
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
What are your plans for the weekend?
Doing absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Sounds exciting. Okay, where was I? End of the week. Friday. Who's ready to party?
Okay, finally.
It's showtime.
Here's Toast and Marsh.
Second hour, 4th and 20. Streaming live on OnsideRadio.com. Check us out on Twitch, on YouTube. Subscribe, set notifications for those channels, please. That'd be awesome. Make sure you are also subscribed to all of the podcasts that drop on Onside Radio every single day. Right now, we will go out to the phone lines and talk to a man we talk to every single week. He is our Wall Street insider. He is Lucky Louie. Good morning, Louie. How are you?
Good morning, guys. It's a fabulous Friday.
You better believe it.
I will be down in sunny Florida next week. Hopefully we can get together, have a little symposium.
Beautiful.
With marinated ice cubes.
There you go. I am all for that, 110%. Yeah, man, we got a big spring game happening tomorrow. Are you going to check it out on ACC Network and watch it?
I certainly am going to watch it, and I'm actually supposed to get together with a couple of the coaches.
Nice. All right, so going into spring game, obviously we know we're not going to have any tight ends. We're missing about 16 players. What are you most excited about seeing? Is it a position group? But yeah, so basically, yeah. What is your, I don't know, best thing that you're looking forward to for the spring game tomorrow?
No, I'd like to see Tyler Van Dyke. I'm curious to see him. I'm also curious to see our wide receivers, some of the young pups, see how they are in a scrimmage, and I'm also looking to see how our linebackers are going to play. And the talk is, they may hit the portal, and the kid from USC, the 5-star, I believe he played with Brevin Jordan and Bubba Bolden out in Vegas. He's still in there. So, I'm all about depth. I would love to see us get him, but that's what I'm concerned about. I mean, the tight ends are banged up. We're decimated by injuries and suspensions. So the offensive line looks pretty settled. Me personally, I like Rivers at left guard, and I like Clark at center, and I like Navon at right and Scaife at right. And, of course, you got Zion as the left tackle. And But anyway, are we talking stocks or are we talking football first?
Well, no, I always want to start off with a little bit of Canes with you because you're a huge Canes fan. But yeah, man, so let's talk a little bit about stocks because I sent you a text yesterday because it was kind of an interesting day. There are, we talk about different areas, different industries you can get into in stocks, but esports obviously is its own sector and made a little bit of news yesterday because there was an IPO that was crazy volatile.
I know, and not only that, it's up another 30% pre-market today.
Wow!
I
So
mean,
we're talking about eBet, EBET.
Yes. Well, they are a licensed online gaming platform, and they offer real money betting in a secure environment. I mean, they're not the only player in town, but I'm hearing they're allowing customers to pay with Bitcoin. And, you're starting to see U.S. regulators warming up to online gambling. I mean, hello, the country's broke, so they get a little cut of it. And DraftKings officially were named the sports betting partner with the NFL. So the NFL is getting a little bit of a cut as well. I mean, it's a money game. And listen, the market, is doing phenomenal. It's surging to record highs, and people are screaming, bubble, overvalued. They continue to reverberate down the canyon of Wall Street. And for months, the talking heads are calling the correction. And you know what? I don't think people are euphoric. I think people are suffering from acrophobia. And a lot of people aren't aware the institutional fund managers, the people that manage the pension funds, the 401ks, the IRAs, they're holding $3.1 trillion in cash. And that's a lot of moolah, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let me ask you this. With eBet, and, so over the last year, we've learned all about these smaller investors that are, getting together, the normal person, your next door neighbor, they're doing Wall Street bets, and they're all they're doing Discord chats, and they're all pooling their money together, and they had the whole GameStop craze and all that stuff. When you look at a new stock like eBet, the IPO comes out, it's very volatile, it's in the esports realm. Are you concerned that a stock like that is basically, the folks that are going to be turned on by that stock are going to be the meme stock people, the Wall Street bets, the younger people that are into esports and stuff. Are you concerned about getting into a stock right off the bat that could be dictated a lot by these chat groups over the next year or two?
Always concerned. Listen, I don't know if you remember this. When Google went public, it went public at $80 a share many, many years ago. And everybody thought that that was a bubble. And guess what? It's one of the biggest companies in the world. And listen, men gamble, women shop. Okay, on Saturdays and Sundays. And it's interesting. I was reading this morning that 40% of the players on eBet are women. So I guess they're gambling too. But listen, it's a $443 billion industry, the global gambling industry. And I think that, these states and countries that are broke, they want their cut, and they need the tax revenue. So I think that, you know what, depending on somebody's time horizon, nobody knows what the intrinsic value of this company is going to be 5-10 years out.
Right.
Just like I don't know what the outcome of the Alabama-Miami game is going to be. But, you can't fight the tape. And, listen, the market never accommodates the majority. And instead of worrying about the short term, people just got to focus on the long term. And I think that investors are witnessing the most powerful and most enduring bull market in history, which I think will continue to surprise in all terms of time and distance. So hence, stay invested. The market will correct every now and then, and corrections are to be bought, not to be feared.
Well,
that's my take on it.
And you know what, Louis? So one of those big meme stocks that we've been hearing about for the last year was GameStop. and everyone's saying how it was all about the short sale and that the company, the financials weren't very good, and that eventually at some point in time it was going to come back down. And it still maintains its volatility. But, bro, that's still it went down $10 yesterday. It's still at $156. Like 2 weeks ago, it was down to 60. It keeps going up and down. I mean, is it ever going to stop with that company, or is this just going to be? I mean, how does anyone invest in GameStop and not have a heart attack the first day?
I guess it must be people that like that kind of action. I mean, look, this morning I read about a New Jersey deli called Hometown International. They run one single store with annual revenues of $35,000 a year. They have a current market value of $113 million.
What?
The stock the stock shares gained 200%. Okay, you're talking $35,000 a year. I mean, how did they get this company to go public? I mean, Shark Tank wouldn't even touch this company. Wow. Yeah, I mean, there is some dislocations in this market. I mean, listen, the market could be irrational longer than we can remain solvent. And, you just cannot fight the Fed. The Fed is all in. I think that the economy is strong. Everyone's telling me, wait till you come down to Florida this week. It's a total different world. You hit down Atlantic Avenue, and nobody's wearing masks. Yeah. Everyone's in crowds. He goes, you're going to be mesmerized, Louis.
Yeah, no, we are definitely open for business, yeah.
But anyway, I guess that's really it in terms of the stocks. But I am excited to watch the game tomorrow. And I was reading that 24/7 has us projected to be second.
Yep.
Against Clemson. That would be magnificent if that were to happen.
We got to make the ACC title game this year. We got to win the division, Louis. We got to make the ACC title game this year. It's as deep as we've been in 10 years. I mean, I don't. There's no excuse for me. I mean, I'll be honest. I will take an FSU loss this year as long as we win the Coastal.
We're not losing to FSU.
I don't think we are either, but that's how badly I want to win the Coastal. I will give up an FSU loss without any problem as long as we win the Coastal. We need to move forward as a program.
You see, I think they're going to pick a couple of more players out of this portal. I just get that feeling.
I'd love the USC guy. I'd love him.
I get this query feeling that, I mean, we have one kid committed for 2022.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Curry.
What's going on with that? Maybe Manny's using a strategy that, hey, we've been used by all of these kids from South Florida.
Well, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. They've instituted those new rules where, where if you're going to commit to Miami, you better be committed, because if you commit to Miami and then you go visit somewhere else, you're not committed any longer. We're taking it away from you. And because he was sick of being used. So here's the problem, Louis, is that now, so you have no commits right now except for Ja'Cory Brown, the quarterback, who's going to kind of be the ringleader of this class, hopefully, and be a recruiter himself. But yeah, man, I mean, you now are going up against the big boys. All we're going after are 4 and 5 stars now. We're going head-to-head with Alabama, Clemson, Georgia. So we're not going to get all the guys, but hopefully we get at least a few victories.
Yeah, no, I'd love to see us get that kid Shamar Stewart.
Oh my God, the cornerback from Ole Miss. Yeah, it's us and Ole Miss.
No,
the defensive end. Yeah, dude, he's going to the SEC. Everything they're saying that he's an SEC guy. I thought you were talking about the cornerback from Mississippi.
So. Yeah, no, that kid from Mississippi looks pretty good too.
We got to get him in Jacoby Spells.
We need cornerbacks.
Yes,
we're loaded at safety.
Yep, we are.
I mean, we need cornerbacks. We need linebackers. We need another running back now after what happened to Chaney. I believe he had surgery on his shoulder.
Yeah, he may or may not be ready for week 1. So this is not 2 off seasons in a row where he's been banged up and out of commission. So.
Yeah.
We'll see, man. At least we got a good running back room behind him. But, Louis, thank you as always. And when you get down here next week, make sure you send me a text, and we will go check out those marinated ice cubes together.
There you go, pal. I'll speak to you soon.
Have a great weekend. Enjoy watching the game. You too, brother. Bye-bye. Lucky Louis. We talk to him every single week, get a little stock info from him. So there you go. You want to hop on the eBet thing? Just be ready for a roller coaster ride, people. Be ready for a roller coaster ride. And, of course, don't be investing money that you can't afford to lose. We will take a break. Got the Onside Roundtable question of the day. That's coming up next on OnsideRadio.com.
You can send them a text at 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123.
Let's raise a cup to the first among us who put themselves last. To the risk takers, the mask makers, the heroes on the front line and online. To the ones keeping shelves full and keeping us hopeful. To those who don't stop and those making all the stops. To the ones who pick up, suit up, and never let us down. From all of us at Duncan to all the heroes keeping everyone running, we thank you.
It's toast. Smartest thing I did last year? Called B&T Windows and Doors and had PGT custom windows and doors installed in my house. Listen, it's spring. That means before you know it, we'll be hearing about the tropics churning. That means you need to get your home and family protected today. Call B&T right now, and they'll get you installed ASAP with the best in the business, PGT Custom Windows and Doors. 954-233-0126 or bntwindowsanddoors.com. And P.S. Tell them you heard about them on Onside Radio.
If you missed NBA insider Ira Winderman and the Acura of Pembroke Pines Miami Heat report, you missed this.
I would say the number one thing on the surprise meter was not getting LaMarcus Aldridge. I think everything this team did, planning step by step to get to that point, was okay. We're going to give up a bunch of power players. We're going to give up Mo Harkless, wasn't playing a lot, Chris Silva, a prospect, but especially Kelly Olynyk, who's been very good since he arrived, starting 2 games for the Houston Rockets. That's fine. We'll get LaMarcus Aldridge. We'll replace him, maybe put him in the starting lineup and move forward. A lot was predicated on that. The problem was, and I mentioned this to you guys last week also, it's a lot easier to recruit guys on the buyout market when you have a winning record and a good playoff seed.
The Acura of Pembroke Pines Miami Heat report with NBA insider Ira Winderman, exclusively at OnsideRadio.com.
The fighting spirit of the Marine Corps is born of battles won. Battles won within, over enemies of fear, enemies of doubt. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's a promise made to you for more than 2 centuries. A promise of the Marines.
Fish fans, time to reel in the latest news in baseball with OnsideRadio.com's Marlins Minute. Here's Christian Chase.
Yesterday, the Miami Marlins took on the Braves in the 4th game of the 4-game series in which the Marlins had already won the first 3 games. The Marlins got on the board early, taking an early 3-0 lead on the Atlanta Braves, looking to close off the first 4-game sweep against the Braves in Marlins history. But a 2-run home run by Ronald Acuna Jr., followed by a 3-run home run by Pablo Sandoval, put the Braves up 5-3. The Marlins eventually came back to tie it and take the lead in the top of the 9th at 6-5. But the Braves, at the top of their elite lineup, put up 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th to win the game 7-6, dropping the Marlins to 5-7.
Keep up with the latest on the Miami Marlins by subscribing on most platforms by searching Onside Radio. Welcome back to 4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh. To reach out to the boys, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast and Marsh.
Second segment, 9 o'clock hour, 4th and 20. I am Toast, Sean Stanley sitting shotgun. Bro, did you see the video, Sean, of the dad and the Bobcat?
Is that what that was?
Oh,
is that the one with the cooler and the minivan? Okay. Yes,
a dad and a family, I guess, they're packing up their car to go on a bit of an excursion, like in the middle of a suburban neighborhood, like houses all over the place. And all of a sudden, this is all picked up on, I guess, their garage door camera, and a Bobcat comes attacking, and the dad picks the thing up and like throws it across the yard.
And it comes back at him.
Because, of course, you're a Bobcat. You don't care.
Yeah.
Oh my! I guess everyone was okay from what I'm seeing. Nobody was seriously hurt or anything.
Is that the audio I was hearing coming from your side? Was that the audio of it?
Oh yeah, that was the audio of it. Yeah.
Okay, because I was listening to it with
Oh
no
my
audio,
God.
and I thought he was yelling at the jogger or whoever was running by.
Right, yeah.
And then I saw the cat get I thought it was a cat, honestly, and I thought the jogger was coming after him because, boy, if you don't listen to it with the audio,
Yeah.
you have no idea what's going on in that video.
That was absolutely nuts. That is
That is
absolutely.
crazy.
And what a dad, dude. You
Yeah.
get.
Well,
yeah.
That's when that parent strength goes in. You just
Well-
kind of forget about everything and just, you're protecting the family.
It's also middle of April. Father's Day is coming up in like a
Yeah,
month and a
that's
half
true.
or whatever. That dad better get some.
Yeah.
No ties for that dad.
Well, no ties.
Do not get a
No.
die for that dad. You
Nope.
get him season tickets. Or
That's Call of Duty all day right
Hell
there.
yes. You get him a PS5. Whatever you got to do. All
You
right.
do dad right.
Friday's roundtable question of the day. We do it every single day here at OnSideRadio.com. All the hosts will answer it. Then we'll then take all of our answers together, make that its own podcast that you can then go ahead and subscribe to at OnSideRadio.com. So today's roundtable question: how frustrated are you that the Heat Nets and the season opener for Inter Miami LA Galaxy are basically going on at the same time on Sunday? Does it bother you that the same company, ABC ESPN, is controlling both broadcasts, putting South Florida fans in a tough situation? Yes, it does suck that that ESPN and ABC have decided to put two South Florida games on at basically the same time. I would argue that this isn't a tough situation for the South Florida sports fan. I would say that this isn't even a debate in your head. Everybody watches Inter Miami.
Exactly.
And not because that's where we're broadcasting from. Listen, the Nets right now don't have James Harden. All right, so the Heat are in the middle of their run right now. This is it's a game that means something in terms of how do we stack up against a shorthanded Nets team. But in the grand scheme of things, this game doesn't mean a ton. The Heat are gonna be a playoff team. At least they freaking better be.
We think they are.
Yeah, they certainly better be. But
They should make it in the top 10.
But here's the deal: we've been waiting a year for this game, for this Inter Miami game. I know that they had a season last year. They played it up at Disney, Wide World Sports. Yeah, whatever. This is in my mind. This is the first game in franchise history. Like, that's where my mind is on this. Like, the thing that happened last year, yeah, great, but none of it happened here. So for me,
Well, the ending of the season did happen here.
Huh?
The ending of
Yeah, but by that,
Just
yeah,
nobody was here. Nobody was here.
Exactly. Nobody was here. The stadium was empty. Like, this is the start of Inter Miami's franchise in my mind. Last year was like a warm up. It was just some weird kind of thing that happened. But this is what we've been waiting for as a soccer fan. And so yeah, there's no debate in mine. I'll be watching Inter LA Galaxy on ABC on the big screen. And maybe I'll have my tablet up and I'll have the Heat game on as background or whatever. But I am all in on Inter. Like that's the game. That is the game of the weekend for me. Everything sports-wise is a crescendo to 3 o'clock on Sunday when Inter and Galaxy take the field and we watch it on ESPN. So that's where I fall on it. It does suck that both games are on at the same time, but whatever, man.
Don't forget, you can also listen to it right here at OnSideRadio.com.
You absolutely can. Chris Winningham with the call.
Yeah, Chris
phenomenal
Winningham,
call.
Thomas Ronkin.
And so I got no problem. Listen, man, tape the Heat game. And here, it's the Heat game. You only got to watch the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter anyways.
You can miss the first, second, and third.
Exactly. You don't need to watch the first half. Pointless. So, yeah. I guess, hey, listen, if you're a big basketball fan, maybe this is a debate. And like, oh, my God, what am I going to do? For me, this is just easy peasy, man. I'm watching Inter. For me, this is pretty much the start of the franchise for me. We've been waiting like 2 years for this to happen. So, yeah, I am all in on this. So, that's my feeling on the round table. How about you, Sean? Which one are you going to watch?
I will be here producing the Inter Miami
so you'll
broadcast.
be watching it live.
I will be here live watching it.
Watching it live. Yes. Speaking of the Nets, they had a issue arise yesterday with LaMarcus Aldridge. Man, congratulations to NBA doctors for discovering. Remember, it was also the kid Levert, who also, because of his physical, found a serious issue. So nothing but good wishes to LaMarcus Aldridge, a wonderful career. And thankfully, they discovered that before anything bad happened, because there are few things worse than seeing a basketball player collapse on the court.
Yeah.
It is absolutely awful. I hope everything goes well with him. He had a wonderful career. I saw the debate. Some folks saying, is he a Hall of Famer? I don't know. I'll tell you this. He's more of a Hall of Famer than Julian Edelman.
Yeah, but there's a difference between the basketball and the NFL.
There
NFL Hall
is.
of Fame and the Basketball Hall of Fame, because
100%.
they also throw the college
Yes,
career
they
and
do.
everything else in there.
100% doesn't change what I just said. He's more of a Hall of Famer. At least that's a debate you can have.
Yeah, sure.
That's a debate you can have with someone, and they're not going to call you crazy. You try to tell anyone that Julian Edelman's a Hall of Famer, they're going to call you crazy. That's just the reality. That's just the reality.
If they're smart, they just walk away. They don't even call you crazy. They just walk away.
You don't even
don't
wanna,
even hold a conversation with that
Yeah,
individual.
absolutely.
Okay, bye.
Oh man, so we got Marlins action. I got my Red Sox finally lost yesterday.
Yeah, how's it feel, man?
Listen, you're gonna lose every once in a while.
You lose one every 9 days, you're good,
every
right?
once in a while. So we
What,
got
they got 8 in a row, right?
No, they won 9 in a row. It was
They had
9 in a
won
row.
9? Oh, they
it
won
was
for
9
10,
in a row,
okay.
and then they were going for 10. And they took 3 of 4 from Minnesota on the road. So I'll take that all day long. Marlins have the Giants coming to town, and listen, the bats are starting to wake up.
Oh, the
that
bats
is
are good.
I want to
Thank
see.
you, by the way, Toast, for that.
Well,
right?
yeah, absolutely, it was me. I did it. Yes, I'm the reason.
Can you do
why.
something with the bullpen?
Dude, the bullpen. Bullpen's got issues.
If I hear revamped one more time,
Well,
I'm
like,
gonna
dude, I
punch
seriously,
somebody.
they got to stop giving Pop the ball. Got to stop giving like seriously. Just I don't know, but just stop.
I'm almost to
giving
the point
ball.
now where just throw the arms off the young guys.
Yeah,
just throw them until they fall off.
Bass ain't doing anything yet. I mean, oh yeah.
Yimmy Garcia, that's it. The young guys, the Yimmy Garcia, done.
Yeah, we're gonna get Hernandez back soon, hopefully. But yeah, so we will see. I'm excited. Listen, they're playing good baseball now, and I'm loving Jazz Chisholm, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he's fun. He could be the most fun, exciting young player we've had on this team, bro, in a long time.
Isn't it funny, though, how he's having that fun, and it doesn't come across as I guess, I don't know, maybe nationally he's not got as much attention, but he hasn't been brought up as being cocky. Even though he's still doing the bat flips, he's doing Euro steps. You see all this, and he's out there having fun, but nothing's been said of it yet nationally in the the media.
I mean, he's only hitting 258. So it's not like he's come out tearing.
Right.
It's not like he's he's a torrid hitting right now, and he's hitting like 350, 400. So, but listen, he is absolutely. It looks like he's going to be the straw that stirs the Marlins' drink.
Yeah.
And if not certainly this year, certainly for years to come.
He's
But you
definitely
look
the
at-
emotional spark plug.
Oh,
for
bro,
that
you
team.
look at him and Marte together, and I mean, listen, there's some young talent here. We just need them to mature a lot quicker, and I'm just not sure it's going to happen this year. But what I will say, and man, I remember when we made this trade, and we lost JT and sent him out to Philly, and we got Alfaro back, and there were folks that were saying at the time, "Oh, bro, listen." I know it sucks, but Alfaro's going to be a really good player. And he had that first season, bro. I think he had like 18 home runs or something like that, hit like 260. I was like, okay, maybe. Bro.
They fleeced us.
Like, bro, I was a catcher in high school. You could sign me.
Yeah.
I mean,
your
dude.
job is literally, your job description is catcher.
Dude, it's rough.
You
It is
can't
rough.
catch a ball.
Well, it's not even that. I don't even think he's not very good at calling games.
When you're getting out-called by Wallach.
he's not hitting. I mean, it's just it is rough. I mean,
Well, it's just snowballing now, right? It's just getting bigger and bigger on him.
It seems like he's in the quick. Do you ever watch Replacements with Keanu Reeves?
Yes.
And they talk about how when you're playing sports, all of a sudden you get into the quicksand, and the more you try to get out, the more you fall into it. It seems like he's stuck in the quicksand right now. The sports quicksand. And no matter how hard he tries to get out, he falls in deeper. And listen, you know who else that happened to? Lewis Brinson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that happens to guys. I don't know what the answer is, but bro, it's getting worse every game. It is bad. Like, they have to figure out something, because the battery right now, your guy behind the plate is just this isn't a good situation.
Yeah, when you got Chad Wallach as your
right. I mean, outperforming you. Yes, not, I mean,
and you can't get rid of. I mean, what are you going to do at this point?
Exactly.
It's not like you can just call a catcher. 1-800 call a catcher.
I don't know what we got in the system. Hopefully, we've got some young catchers in the system because obviously you're not counting on him moving forward. But I'll be honest, you can't count on him after this season. You've got to move on after this season.
I don't think you can count on him after the weekend.
I'm not. Yeah, listen. Well, I mean, but that's who do you have?
Oh, that's what they're going to have to go to. Wallach and then Alfaro on Sunday.
Are you going to go make a trade or something like that? And I mean, I don't know. I mean, Wallach's 29. It's not like he's some. But
when you look around the majors, though, Toast, and you're better at Major League Baseball than me. Yeah. But where are your good catchers at?
There's not. Well, listen. Well, catcher's always going to be a premium position. I mean, JT's right there. Christian Vasquez with the Red Sox is there. Yadier. Gary Sanchez, sometimes if he's hitting and he decides he wants to play a little defense, you could throw him. Salvador Perez from Kansas City, certainly be one of those top flight guys.
Listen, but most of those guys are older, right?
No, Christian Vasquez is young. Perez has been around. Perez has got to be around 30 now. He's been around for a bit. But listen, catcher's always going to be a tough spot. It's always a prime position because you're usually only going to have one or two tier 1 catchers in the league at a time. It's just the reality. And having a catcher that can hit. I mean, listen, you got Buster Posey still. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, catcher is a catcher. Catcher is a premium position. If you can have a catcher, listen, like the Cardinals, if you can find a Yadier Molina that you can stick back there for the better part of 15 years, bro. Oh my God.
And he's still delivering.
I know. Listen, Yadier, he's a Hall of Famer. Oh, he's a Hall of Famer. That's a
Hall of Famer, Julian Edelman.
That is a Hall of Famer, Julian Edelman. Exactly. That is a Hall of Famer. All right, we will take a break. We've got a sports update to do here. We've got another couple segments before we get Kai coming in here. We'll compare Champions League dread stories and also second shot horror stories as well.
You guys lost too, right? Liverpool
lost.
Oh
yeah, no, we got of course. Yeah, I knew we were going to lose before that game even started.
I know, but I was going for you guys. I was going for you.
I appreciate your rooting for us, but yeah, we're not. We out. We're out of the Champions League. We'll take a break. Onside Radio continues after this.
You can reach out to Toast in March by dialing 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
With Make-A-Wish, the impossible becomes possible. A girl battling cancer can become a race car driver battling the course. The boy showing all the nurses his fire trucks can take the helm of a real one. Wishes can give kids with critical illnesses the strength to keep fighting, get better, and grow up.
Where there's a wish, there's a way.
Wishes need you. Visit Make-A-Wish at wish.org.
You can now watch Onside Radio daily by subscribing to our YouTube and Twitch channels. Search Onside Radio. Log on, subscribe, rate, and review Onside Radio on YouTube and Twitch. Find out why Big O has a face for radio. OnsideRadio.com, South Florida's home for real sports talk.
She's kind of a big deal. Some people like to say it's only because of how she looks. She sticks her tongue out a lot. But there's just something about her that makes people do crazy things, like get tattoos of her face, or wait in line for hours just to say hi. Lil Bub is a 2-year-old cat, an Instagram celebrity with a following bigger than some 90s television stars. And it all started because she was adopted. You can't buy a best friend like Lil Bub, but you can adopt one. Help us save them all at bestfriends.org.
I'm Ryan Seacrest. First responders are people who stand for a greater purpose. They will be there for you when nobody else is, to help you, your family, your community. This is their selfless promise. This is their sworn duty, to protect, to serve, to help. They put themselves in harm's way for us. They come to the rescue at times when we need them most. First responders are making enormous personal sacrifices to keep showing up for us and fighting the good fight. Nearly 70% of all firefighters are volunteers. That means when they get injured or quarantined, they may not have a way to pay their rent or keep their family safe and fed. No matter who you are or where you live, when you call 911 and ask for help, first responders show up. Now, let's show up for the people who show up for us every day and every night.
Go to firstrcf.org and make a difference today.
Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnsideRadio.com sports update.
The Miami Marlins take 3 out of 4 against the Atlanta Braves after a 7-6 loss yesterday. That revamped bullpen needs revamping. The Fish, they welcome the San Francisco Giants to Lone Depot Park tonight for a weekend series. Daniel Castano on the mound, making his first start of the season. The Panthers, they lose in overtime to the Lightning. They remain in Tampa. Game Saturday, puck drops at 7. The Miami Heat, they need to get back to the winning ways. They're in Minnesota tonight taking on the Timberwolves. Tip-off 8. And saving the best for last. Inter Miami CF, they get their season underway this Sunday as they host the LA Galaxy at Drive Pink Stadium. Chris Whittingham and Thomas Rongen have the call starting at 3, which means Big O and Alex Dono, they'll get you started at 2 o'clock with the Onside Radio pregame show right here on OnsideRadio.com. This is Florida's home for local sports talk. As I just said, this is OnsideRadio.com.
Welcome back to 4th and 20. To reach out to Toast and Marsh, dial 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. Back to the 4th and 20.
Third segment. Friday morning, 4th and 20. I'm Toast. Sean Stanley sitting shotgun as always. Friendly reminder, big deals coming up. We got the NFL draft. And we will be live. We're having a 2-night party. Not a 1-night party, a 2-night party. Onside Radio, we will be at Sports Grill in Miami, 11481 Southwest 40th Street. That is Bird Road. We will be there for 2 evenings. Thursday the 29th from 7:30 to 11. That is round 1. And then Friday night for rounds 2 and 3, we'll be out there from 6:30 until 11. Food and drink specials, giveaways. Everybody, the entire Onside family will be out there at some point over 2 of those days. Live broadcasts. Big O's going to be out there doing a broadcast. Alex Dono. Sean Stanley's going to be out there running the whole
wings
show.
up.
They got amazing wings down there, Sports Grill Miami. So, listen, this is a huge draft for the Miami Dolphins. 2 first-round picks, maybe more. Who knows what they may trade down, trade up. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? But join us at Sports Grill Miami. Be there live and get all the reaction. It's going to be a good way to watch the draft. Excited about that one, man.
So happy.
Yes,
happy.
Yes. Don't screw this up,
The
Dolphins.
whole Onside family going to be
Man,
there.
our first party together. First time we're all going to party together. Looking forward to it. So there's a funeral this weekend, Sean. I believe they're burying Prince Philip.
Oh, man. I'm like, wow, we're going from a party to a funeral.
I know. Well, check this out. So one of the odd things with this is that they're announcing, the festivities, how it's going to be, the funeral procession and all that stuff. But the big deal is that this is going to be the first time that William and Harry, the brothers, are going to be together since the Oprah interview, since all that crap went down, right?
Oh, fight time.
Well, exactly. Well, so so obviously the Queen was thinking that as well. So the Queen has planned out every aspect of this funeral service. And she's, who's going to come, who's going to stand where, who's going to be walking behind the coffin, all this. And she is going to have William and Harry, they'll be walking behind the coffin, but they won't be walking next to each other. She has decided to throw a younger cousin, in the middle of the two of them.
Man, I wish I was that cousin.
So it'll be Harry, like some cousin I've never heard of or anyone's ever heard of, and then William. And I'm thinking to myself, like, as this is happening, things are going to be muttered. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, there's going to be, things will be muttered between the two of them under their breath during this procession. And I'm wondering how it goes.
Oh, if I'm the cousin, I'm instigating.
So here's my thing. Will they use the cousin as the go-between? Like, hey, tell William I said this. You know what I'm saying? And he conveys the message. Or do you just say it so that you know that your brother can hear it and then just, make everything really uncomfortable for the cousin who's sitting there in the middle like, what the hell's about to happen? And seriously, tell me. Listen, I understand it's a funeral, it's a solemn occasion. But, bro, if they all of a sudden just square off.
I might have to tune into the funeral.
Right? If all of a sudden they start, smacking each other with their hands or whatever, as they're trying to, And think about the things that they could say to each other to get each other pissed off.
It probably won't take
William,
much, honestly.
William telling Harry that his, that Meghan is nothing more but like a cable star. My wife's going to be the next princess or queen. Will William's when he becomes king, will his wife be the queen?
Yeah, she has to be, right?
Well, no. Well, Prince Philip was never king, and his wife was the queen. He was still Prince Philip. He was Prince Philip when she was princess, and then when she became queen, he was still Prince Philip.
So who's the king?
But that's what I'm saying. There is no king. So when William becomes king, will Kate become queen, or will she still be princess?
Kate ain't dealing with that. She's gonna be.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how this whole freaking thing works. But how come he wasn't the king? The guy that died, his wife was the queen.
Yeah, that doesn't
right?
make sense.
And so I'm saying that if it worked that way with them, will it be the opposite with William and Kate, and she'll still be a princess and he'll be a king? I don't.
But how can the king be married to a princess?
You think he got to be married to a queen? I know. I don't do it. I'm going to make sense of this. How was Queen Elizabeth married to a prince all these years? Shouldn't she have been married to a king? I thought kings and queens were like a pair. I
thought so too.
I didn't know you could have
you
a king.
You have just told me something. I had no clue.
I didn't know you could have a queen and a prince and a king and a princess.
I thought that was her brother all the time. I didn't know it was her husband.
You thought that was her brother?
I didn't know. He's a prince.
Well, he is a prince. Yeah, that's what
you got. A queen and you got a. I just thought automatically.
There you go.
The king would be the husband.
You know what? That actually makes sense. I can see how one would think that.
Yeah, I don't really study the royalness.
Neither do I. That's why I had no idea. But it dawned on me last night. I was like, well, wait a second. He was never king. I wonder if Kate will only ever be a princess.
He's going to get buried as a prince, right? He won't even get buried as a king?
No, he's buried as a prince. Yeah, he is. Man. And apparently none of them are going to wear their military outfits because they don't want to embarrass Harry. Because Harry he's lost all of his military, credentials and all that stuff. So if they all wore uniforms, he'd be the only one wearing a suit. And I guess the queen didn't want to put him in a tough spot like that.
Oh,
very thoughtful of her, huh?
Great job by the PR team there, because the queen was probably like, "No, we wear the military."
So yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what time that's on. I don't even know if they're going to.
I'm going to go look it up right now.
I don't even know if it's going to be televised. I have no idea.
Oh, they're going to They televise everything.
I don't know. We'll see.
Might be some weird channel, but it's going to be on somewhere.
We'll see. I got F1 racing this weekend. They're going to be in Imola at the Autodrome of Enzo. What's his middle name? I forgot. Like Augustine Ferrari. Yes. Oh, yes.
It's going to be early morning, too, then, huh?
Yeah, that's the best part about it. See, that's what I love. That's how I got into F1 and into Premier League soccer, was that because we're 5 hours behind, all those events are on Saturday and Sunday mornings at like 7 a.m., 9 a.m. So you could watch that stuff before the American sports start. Like I'll watch Formula One before NFL football starts. I'll watch Premier League soccer, get 2 games in before NFL football kicks off.
So you're an early riser.
Oh, well, I've been doing morning radio my whole life. So yeah,
that's why Saturday and Sunday I try to sleep in.
I can't even tell you. And I got a dog and I got a cat that are not. Yeah, you only sleep in so much, bro.
I got kids and I sleep in.
I can't tell you. I can't honestly not remember the last time on a weekend I slept in past 9 a.m. And that's even rare getting to, like, normally, dude, I'm up by 7:30, 7:45. That's the most I can sleep in. Maybe I can make it to 8 o'clock if I had a couple shots of tequila the night before. But, like, the days, like, back when I was in high school, bro, I could sleep until, like, noon, 1 o'clock. I can't do that. Now, granted, back then I wouldn't have gotten home until 4 in the morning. And now I don't go out, so that's not even an option.
Well,
But,
now you can start going out again.
Well, listen, I'll tell you what. If I'm going to go out, one place that might be interesting is, that Club 11 down in Miami? They're about to become the first nightclub, I believe in America, certainly in Miami, that will accept Bitcoin as payment.
Oh.
Bro, if I owned a business, I would be accepting Bitcoin like crazy. Because, dude, it can earn you more money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if someone goes into your store and buys something with a $20 bill, a year from now, that $20 bill is still worth $20. Whereas, if someone comes into your store and buys something and pays you with $20 worth of Bitcoin, a year from now, that $20 worth of Bitcoin could be worth $60. So if I'm a business owner, dude, I am taking crypto now, granted, that Bitcoin could also go down and be worth $0.
Well, there is that.
There is the other side to that.
2 years from now, you could have given it away.
Listen, crypto's blowing up right now. The Doji coin.
Everything's going up.
Oh, my God. Doji's going like crazy. Doji at like 19 cents. That stuff was like at 4.
No, it's over 30 now.
Oh, is it over 30? Oh, my God. I didn't even look today. Yeah, dude. I kept a little bit of money in the Doji. Probably should have kept a little more. Oh, I can't do my Face ID because I have a mask on. Son of a bitch. I can't wait until this is over and my phone recognize. Oh, my God. Holy cow, it is.
Almost 45.
It's a 45. Holy Jesus. Wow. There you go. Well, I guess if someone put a couple grand in that back in the beginning of the pandemic, you're damn happy right now.
Somebody's
Holy
doing
Jesus.
something.
It was like 4 cents. It's now 56.
Yeah.
Or wow, 44, 45. Damn. Good stuff.
Crypto.
Freaking
Oh.
Doji coin.
Hold on a minute.
Doji.
I forgot about this one.
Crypto bro.
Crypto bro. Crypto bro. Let me ask you this, Sean.
Okay.
Because we lost a celebrity couple yesterday. J-Lo
Yes.
and A-Rod have officially, the engagement's over.
I'm so upset.
Well, here's my question. What, and you don't have to give me an actual name, but what type of person would be the best significant other for each of them? Because they have been through a lot of people.
Oh.
Like the two of them have dated and been engaged to countless people.
Well, that's why I thought they would make it.
Right, I thought maybe they had a shot. I legitimately believe. Well, listen. So, I mean, A-Rod's been with, his first wife was like the normal, just everyday person who wasn't famous or anything like that. That didn't work out. J-Lo has, I don't think J-Lo's ever been married to, I think J-Lo needs to marry like a finance guy. Like someone who isn't famous. He's like very successful, but not in the limelight like that. I think,
she's got to marry somebody that's not
in the entertainment. Like can't be anything to do with entertainment. She's tried to listen. She's been with her dancers and with this and P Diddy and all the like
A-Rod
being,
got his
being with
ESPN
famous
thing.
people. Like it doesn't work. Ben Affleck. I mean, being with all the famous guys has not. I think she needs to go the route of I forgot the actress's name, but one of these.
Serena Williams went that route, right?
She did. Yeah, she married the Reddit guy. But yeah, I think that J-Lo needs to find that international financier, that crazy rich guy who is, a hedge fund this or whatever. But her being with, I think there's too much of an ego there. I think when she's with these big stars,
they're both alpha personalities.
Absolutely, they are. Everything she's been with for the most part, except for maybe that first, the first husband she had, the dancer guy, right? That would like to be but she was so young then. But yeah, she's got to, for him. I don't think there's anybody for him. He is such a dude. He's not honest. He cheats on. Like if I'm a female, like I understand he's got the cash, but he's cheated on everybody. He's cheated on his wives, his girlfriends, and his profession. He literally, there's nothing he hasn't cheated at. So why would he be faithful to you at this stage of his life? You know what I'm saying? Like he's literally cheated on everything.
Gonna be alone for the rest of his life.
Well, maybe not, but I mean, like. He's not going to be. I mean, stop. Come on. Why would any person get in a relationship?
Red Sox fan.
Why would any person get in a relationship with him right now, and have any expectations that he's going to?
There's a line of women right now.
Oh, of course they would, because they know that when he breaks up, they'll still get cash if he cheats on them. But now there's prenups and stuff. Like, stop. I don't know. And he just looks weird to me now. He just looks. Dude, I don't know. He just
looks so fake.
He
to me,
does. He
honestly.
does. He looks fake.
He gives you that smile on TV, and it's
Right.
like he's thinking exact opposite of what he just said.
Everything about him seems contrived. Between the way he looks, the clothes he wears. I hate him in sunglasses. Just, oh, my God. Part of me thinks he wishes he was Pitbull. I don't know, bro. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. We'll take a break. Kai coming up next, right? Kai's in today? All right, I hope so. We'll find out in about 10 minutes.
We'll find out together.
Myself, Kai, a little crosstalk coming up next. This is OnSideRadio.com.
Welcome back to 4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh. To reach out to the boys, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast and Marsh.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
It's Toast. When South Floridians need hurricane windows, there's only one crew to call, Brett and Tom at B&T Windows and Doors. They came to the crib last year, installed PGT windows and doors, and now I'm set. No more plywood, no more knuckle-busting wing nuts. PGT Windows and Doors will keep me and my family safe the next time a named storm comes rolling on through. Call B&T today, 954-233-0126, or bntwindowsanddoors.com. And P.S., do me a favor, tell them you heard about them on OnSideRadio.com.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me, I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Inter Miami CF fans, the 2021 season has arrived.
Figal into Morgan, now beats out of the heart of the penalty area, picks out the bottom right-hand corner, and Inter Miami have a 2-goal lead. Pizarro second for the club.
This Sunday, Barrosa Negra hosts the LA Galaxy at Drive Pink Stadium. Our pregame coverage starts at 2 p.m. Don't miss any of the action all season long. Download any of the apps at our website at OnSideRadio.com. This Sunday, tune in to OnSideRadio.com at 2 p.m. Game time is at 3 with the voices of Inter Miami CF football, Chris Whittingham and Thomas Rongen. Your football is live, exclusively at OnSideRadio.com.
Now that it's springtime, it's only getting hotter here in South Florida. Make sure your AC in your home or business is running smoothly by investing in a preventative maintenance plan from M&S Air Conditioning. And M&S is a Mitsubishi Diamond Elite contractor. When you purchase a new Mitsubishi electric mini split system, you'll get a 12-year warranty. Or install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit that captures and destroys biological contaminants to improve air quality. M&S Air Conditioning have been providing prompt, honest, and reliable service for over 30 years. Schedule service or call to get more info on our preventative maintenance plans. Call 954-421-3680 or visit ac-florida.com.
Inter Miami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
Welcome back to 4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh. To reach out to the boys, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast and Marsh.
Final segment, 4th and 20. I am Toast. Sean Stanley is here. Kai is here. Good morning, my man. How you doing?
Much better.
Yeah, feeling better?
Still, like I said, I'm tired still. Really
You got
tired.
the Moderna, right?
Yeah.
I got the Pfizer. I was fine. My wife got her ass kicked.
So this is what, like, I feel like every single person I know that got Pfizer,
Mhm.
except for one of my friends, he had really bad body aches,
Mhm.
but everyone else was fine. And then I had one friend, I think, that got Moderna, and he was a little bit off, but everyone else that I know that got Moderna, dead, tired, chills, fever, headache, the whole
Yeah.
9 yards for like 36 hours, and that's how it was.
Yeah, my wife did Pfizer. She had the low-grade fever. She had the crazy body ache. She had all of it. She had the whole run of symptoms that lasted. They started 12 hours after the shot, and they lasted for about 18 hours.
It was like, I felt great. I was like,
Mhm.
oh my God, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And then every time I get sick, I get this like taste in my mouth. And I don't know, like I was trying to explain it to my mom, and she was like, you're just not a normal person.
Mhm.
I was like, all right, I guess like, this doesn't
Well.
happen to everyone. But every time I get sick, I know it. Because like the
Mhm.
night before or something, I'll have this taste. And I'm like, all right, let me try to make sure that this doesn't get as bad.
Yep.
And it was like around 10 o'clock. I was getting home around like 9:30. And I looked at her and I was like, I'm going to wake up in bad condition. I was like, it's going to happen. No matter what I do right now,
Yeah.
I'm screwed. And lo and behold, I couldn't sleep. Was up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Didn't really sleep until 9. It was horrible.
Yeah. So, yeah, she took some Tylenol. She had a killer headache. It was brutal. And the lady, when I got the vaccine, so I'm like, all right, so what are the rules now? How am I protected? She's like, you can still get it.
Yeah.
You can still pass it around. You're not going to die from it. You got like 95% that you're not going to go to the hospital or whatever. It'll protect you. But you can still get it. You can still pass it. So that's why you still got to wear a mask.
I think what's great, and this happened with, I'm not going to name who it was. This happened with one of my friends. She was in very close contact with one of her friends on Tuesday who tested positive.
Mhm.
She got tested yesterday, and she came out like negative, and she's had her vaccine 2 weeks past and everything
Mhm.
like that. So, I mean, hey.
Yeah, man.
It works for something.
So we got soccer here on Sunday.
Yes.
Yes, baby. Yes.
I'm
Are you excited?
Yes. It'll
I'm
be very,
excited. I saw Beckham out here earlier. They were testing the sound system, blaring music. David Beckham was at the center of the pitch. I got a picture of him. Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, baby. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. They're all just sitting there. Yeah. Third one from the left is Beckham. Yeah, playing the music, getting all ready. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it should be good. I'm excited. I'll be here with Austin, and then I think we have something on the post game show as well. There's supposed to be like an Austin Robart and Kai Chen
Okay.
or something.
All right.
I don't know what it's gonna be.
It's the chamber.
Yeah, there you go.
The chamber.
Robillard
Orlando
and
said it was just
Chisholm
like we're gonna have
chamber.
our 2 soccer asses go up. Like that's what I was told. I was like, all right. Sounds
Good stuff,
good.
man. I'll be watching ABC. Was it 3 o'clock, 3:30?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock on Sunday.
Should be an
fun.
interesting game, especially considering last year the way that they were supposed to open against Galaxy, but then the way that they opened against LAFC last year kind of sucked.
Well, it was a great game.
It was a great game.
And
But,
listen,
getting chipped from like the 18-yard box is,
Right.
but
but also last year, you got to remember that you didn't get Gonzalo till midway through the season.
Yeah.
Because of the way the transfer window works out. Now this year, you're only waiting on the one guy from West
Kieran
Brom,
Gibbs.
correct? Yeah, that's the only guy that now. But last year, I mean, it was basically a new team came in for the most part. You had a bunch of Matuidi, all those guys. So, I'm excited. I am expecting this team. I'm along with Jorge. I'm expecting this team to be a top 3. In the conference, I with the talent that's on the. I mean, dude, you got one of the best goal scorers in the world. No, you're not going to go along with that. Yeah, no.
I'll plead the fifth.
Okay, all right. How many better goal scorers are in MLS right now?
Oh, in the MLS, Josef Martinez, Carlos Vela.
Okay.
Especially Josef. My friend. if he's
Higuain's got to be
listening-
top 5.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, all right.
But like in terms of it's Josef and Carlos Vela 1 and 2. I would have to, in my
Wasn't
opinion.
Vela with Man United back in the day?
He was with Barcelona.
Oh, with Barcelona.
Sean's gonna get mad at us.
Oh, okay. All right, all right, Sean. We'll get out of here. Have a great weekend, everybody. Remember, you've got Canes scrimmage spring game tomorrow, Inter Miami on Sunday. Everything else really doesn't matter. Later.
Hey, is that a faucet running? Nope, that's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest. It is? Yeah, forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink.